Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Relix, and today is July 1st. We have free agency in the NHL opening today, and quite a few things have happened. Quite a few things. Not as many as the past few years, though. If you guys remember from last year, I was just putting out multiple videos over and over and over again, burning me out about the multiple signings, extensions, trades, and all that. This year, a little bit different, a little bit less chaotic, and a lot more mellow. But it's not to say things didn't happen. Obviously, big signings with Mitch Marner going to Vegas, Brad Marchand and Sam Bennett staying with the Panthers. Things like that. Big things happen. Brock Besser stayed with the Canucks. My goodness. But I'm not here to talk about the rest of the league as much as we're going to talk about the LA Kings right now, as things are still unveiling. Because this is my team, and I want to see what changes they're making, and is it going to be beneficial for the team. So let's get started right away with the very first thing that came up to the free agency for the Kings, which is Corey Perry. Can you guys believe it? Corey Perry is an LA King, longtime Ducks rival back in the day. Obviously has not been a Duck in so many years, but he is now a LA King for $2 million, and it's only 1 year. But we are going back to the Stanley Cup Finals, guys. We are going back to the Stanley Cup Finals because he's pretty much made it every single year for the past 5 years. Fantastic. And honestly, me personally, even though I'm an LA Kings fan through and through, I am really ecstatic about this signing. Honestly, this is probably one of the best things that could probably happen. Praying that it still works out, because he has the front net presence mentality and he knows how to get it done. Obviously, I get it. He's a goon in front of the net, messes with the goalies. I get it. I don't think he's a great, gentleman type player, but he is what we need to score more goals. We fixed the problem with the right-handed shot with Kuzmenko, who we just extended to another year. So that was a great signing as well. But now we need the front net presence. Byfield isn't the only one who can do it alone. So the fact that we got Perry is absolutely fantastic to me, and I can't wait to see him score more goals. He got 19 goals and 30 points last year with the Oilers, moving up and down throughout the lineup. So if he can do the exact same thing this year, heck, he might even get 20 goals this year. I would just be the happiest Kings fan right now, to be honest. I get it, Kings fans are going to be hating on this so much. I don't deny that. But me personally, I am happy about this signing, and I couldn't be more excited to watch Kings hockey right now, just because Corey Perry alone. Alongside him, we also got Joel Armia from Montreal. How much was it? 2 years for 2.5 average. Honestly, strong, big body on the forward lines. Because the lineups are pretty much going to be the same as we saw before, and I will go over the lineup just before the end of this video. I expect Armia to fit alongside the fourth line. Again, if we have a fourth line of Perry, Helenius centering, and then, of course, Armia on the right, oh my god, that is a strong, physical, grinding line that I expect to see be very productive compared to the past so many years on the bottom six, that we may even be contending for, freaking top of the Pacific at this point, if that is the case. Of course, there are some other things we need to take into consideration. Is the Danault line going to contribute? Is Byfield's line going to contribute? Is Kopi still going to play at an elite level? We'll have to wait and see. But overall, the forwards are coming together, and I think it looks great. The other signings we got were on the back end. Playing together as a pair is my expectation, though. So we got Mikey with Doughty, right? Now that Gavrikov is gone, I am expecting the new defenseman in Cody Ceci, who signed for 4 years, $4.5 million average, and Brian Dumoulin, 3 years, $4 million average, to play together left and right D on the second line pair. They're both being paid in the $4 million, so I am expecting them to be productive. Unfortunately, I do not agree with both. I think they can both be worth their money. Dumoulin, more defensive. Ceci, a little bit more of a two-way guy. I do think they can be worth their money. However, that's yet to be seen. I don't think they will be able to produce at the high enough level that I think they can. Just like, signing with like Deneau and more, I don't think they will be producing as much as they should be, but we'll see. Again, I don't watch these two specifically as much. I only hear, obviously, I study around the league, get to know the players here and there about their statistics and stuff like that. Dumoulin's obviously a good defenseman, more defensive than CC, so we'll see if they will be able to do good together. If not, maybe separate. I don't know what the deal is going to be about that. But CC specifically, he played better when he went back to Dallas. So if he can play to a more two-way style, a little bit more offensive, then I think we'll be solid on the blue line because of the top four. And then, of course, the last pair would be Edmondson and Clark still. So that shapes up to be a very solid, solid two-way going decor that we have going, compared to the past couple years where we had mostly defensive style D and being overpaid, for sure. So I'm happy about the way the D is looking up compared to last year. We still have Kyle Burrows for 1.1 mil though. That's a huge disappointment. I don't know if the Kings could get out of that. If they can in a trade, that'd be great. Clear out that 1.1. Heck, bring up a Ontario Reign player. That'd be even better. Heck, keep Moverari on the lineup too. So that'd be even better if that's possible. And then, of course, last one is Anton Forsberg coming from Ottawa. He was one of the goalies there, and now he is our backup to Darcy Kemper. Unfortunately, I also don't agree with this signing. What was it? 2.25 mil for him for a couple years. That's just not good because we have Kemper for over 5 mil already, and he played phenomenal. Like, he is absolutely the starter, one of the top 5 goalies in the league right now. And so that is solid, right? And we have him for cheap. Then you go and get Forsberg, who probably won't start as many games, and he's being paid 2.5 as a backup. That's just not good enough. I think Forsberg numbers are okay. He has a 90%. He won some games in Ottawa. Goals against average wasn't atrocious. But we have Copley. We have Portillo. They both have played. They both proven they can play a little bit here and there. And then, of course, Carter George, who we drafted 2 years ago. He is also, being developed into a goalie. And he was one of the top junior goalies, the past so many years. So I don't think we needed Forsberg, and yet alone for 2 years. Maybe a rental 1 year, sure, but 2 years at 2.25, I think it's a little overpriced. But we'll see. I get the league is all on board with the 1A, 1B, 1C type of goalies, but I don't agree with how much he's getting, considering that we could have put that money into just having maybe even Copley play backup, Portillo play backup, whoever. Heck, maybe even Riddick come back for a 1 year, 1 mil again, who he signed with the Red Wings. We could have just saved that money and put that 1 extra mil into like another forward, which I will go over the lineups in just a moment. But that's it for the LA Kings signing for the free agency. And that pretty much rounds out the lineup as well. And I will go over that in a moment. But as far as Kings around the league who have played for the LA Kings, as we know, Gavrikov has left. He left to the New York Rangers. 7-year deal, 7 mil average. He is expected to play on a pair with Adam Fox. I totally disagree with this. I think the Rangers will not get a good deal out of Gavrikov. But being a Eastern team, and it has nothing to do with the LA Kings, great. Make them suffer. I personally did not like Gavrikov. I think he is way overpaid. 7 mil is just way overpaid for what he does. And to play with Fox as his partner is just going to be a detriment to Fox in general, I think. But hey, prove me wrong. The Kings proved me wrong last year about a lot of things, but Gavrikov is not one of them. And so, good luck, Rangers. I think you guys made a bad deal. Tanner Jeannot went to Boston for a 5-year deal, 3.4 mil average. Terrible deal for Boston. You guys are delusional. You guys think Jeannot is worth 3.4 mil average for 5 years? That's insane. I get it. He did his job as a grinding forward perfectly, but not for the price we paid for him. Obviously, he was like 5 mil with us this past year, but for 3.4 mil, I wouldn't even pay that much. That's what Joel Armia is going to do for us this year at 2. What was it? At 2.5 mil. Yeah, Joel Armia 2.5 mil for us this year. We're getting the bargain of that. Half the price for Jeannot. Look at that. So, yeah, Boston, you're missing out. And then, of course, we got David Riddick, like I said, going to the... I said Detroit. He's going to New York Islanders for a year for 1 mil, I believe. They're getting a goalie who can play backup after losing Mrazek. Obviously, they got John Gibson now. So, John Gibson as their starter, Riddick as their backup. I don't know if that's the greatest, but again, I've always mentioned that John Gibson could be a top 10 goalie in the league when he was with the Ducks. Nowadays, maybe not, but he probably has something to prove. So I'm wishing the best for John Gibson as a Duck going to the Red Wings. But we wish Riddick all the best as well. I think he played okay with us, but unfortunately the past year, not the greatest. And honestly, I'm not really sad to see him go. But, I wish him the best as well. And then, of course, Tanner Pearson signing with the Winnipeg Jets. 1 year, 1 mil. Again, joining the list of Kings that went over there. Velarde, Kupari, Iafallo. Oh my goodness. The list is endless. I think the Jets lineup is absolutely insane right now. Can't wait to see what they're going to do. I mean, they were already strong in one of the top 3 teams in the league last year. With Taves now joining them too. What are they going to do now? Like, oh my God, it's insane what they're going to be able to accomplish with the lineup they have. And I think Pearson being added to their either third line or fourth line is just insane. So can't wait to see what happens there as well. As far as Kings, that's it. Yeah. So I'm actually going to take a look at the roster, the projected roster that I drew up for the LA Kings based on their salaries and basically what the production will be. Again, starting with the first line, you still have Kuzmenko now signed with the Kings again for 1 more year. Kuzmenko on the left, Kopia and Setter, and Kempe on the right. No surprise there at all. Fiala, Byfield, and then whoever is on the right wing. That spot I'm reserving for Alex Laferriere, who has yet to sign. He is a restricted free agent. So we will see whether or not he signs or not. We still have about 3 to 4 mil in cap space after all the signings, the bonuses, the buyouts, everything considered. We still have about 3 to 4 mil for Laferriere. Or trade bait, go get another forward, perhaps. We don't know. I don't think the Kings will settle that until the next week or so. We'll find out. But I do believe that is still going to be the second line, Fiala, Byfield, and whoever's on the right. Heck, maybe even Joel Armia will play in that spot if we can't come to agreement with Laferriere. Third line's still going to be the same. Deneau centering with Moore and Fogle. That was a decent third line, I guess you can say. I like Fogle's performance, obviously, compared to Deneau and Moore. But then you go down to the fourth line. I'm assuming Corey Perry will play the fourth line on the wing with Joel Armia, and then of course big body Samuel Hellenius at center. If those 3 play together in my projection, that is a grinding forward line that will just mess up the ice, up and down throughout the entire year, if it is true. And I hope it is, because they're all big bodies, they all know how to play physical and really get it done. And I think we all expect a little bit more production from that fourth line than we have seen in the past few years, now that we actually have skill and experience on that fourth line. D-Corps, Mikey Anderson playing with Drew Doughty. That's normal. Obviously, with Brian Dumoulin and Cody Ceci coming in, they're going to be a pair. And Joel Edmondson and Brant Clark playing as a pair as well. So the D-Corps, relatively the same, just with 2 new guys playing 1 full line. And then, of course, Kemper and Forsberg at goaltending. No surprise there after the signing of Forsberg, so Kemper obviously going to start. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Forsberg ends up being traded in the long run, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't agree with it, like I said before. but we'll see. Scratches for the start of the lineup, unless we're willing to make trades or send them down through waivers. Akil Thomas, Alex Turcotte, and Kyle Burrows. Again, Kyle Burrows being 1.1 mil right now. I'm hoping the Kings can somehow get out of that. Probably not likely. Who would want him for 1.1 mil? Probably no one. As far as going back down to AHL from last year, obviously Jeff Malott, Andre Lee, and Jacob Movari would need to pass waivers in order to do so. So I think Movari is probably going to be gone this year, but we'll see. Nothing's set in stone for sure. This is just my projected lineup, and that's what I'm expecting. So again, the only thing that we're missing now, we have a full complement of players, full lineup. The only one we're missing is Alex Laferriere. Or if that does not work out, he's traded or whatever happens, we get another forward that's worth 3 to 4 mil, and that will solidify the entire lineup. Our lineup looks relatively the same as it did last year, just a couple new faces again, a couple faces trading out. That happens every year. That's just the way the NHL works. And looking at this lineup, if we play to the exact same level as we did last year, and last year I was proven wrong that we couldn't get into the playoffs. Heck, this year with all the the additions, I really do think we can actually make the playoffs 100%. Not to mention, I think we could also be 1 or 2 in the Pacific Division, and I think we could actually make it past the first round this year. But we'll see. Again, it will depend on how the players play. Will specific players, Deneau, Moore, if Lefebvre signs, will he play better? Will Perry and Armia play to the their top potential that I think they can? Will Dumoulin and Ceci be able to play at a decent level that will give us a little bit more offense on the blue line? Those are the X factors that will make the difference between whether or not we make it through the playoffs and go into the next rounds or not. So that is basically all I have for you guys today. Obviously free agency is still going on. It's still early. I mean, it is literally just 1 p.m. as of me recording this. So it's only been a few hours, and we've seen a lot of things happen. But as far as Kings are concerned, I think our team looks solid. I know, Kings fans, you guys love Gavrikov. You guys should be happy he's gone. You guys should be happy. He was not producing at the level in which we paid him to do. This will be better. I promise you, this will be better. This lineup we have now. And if it's not, well, you guys can just throw all your hate comments at me. But I really do think this is a lot better lineup than we had last year. And I think we should be able to do better as a team going forward into the playoffs. So we'll see. Like I said, nothing set in stone just yet. This is just my projected stuff and just giving you guys the details of the free agency for the Kings. I'm still paying attention to everything that's going around the league. I can't wait to see how the lineups shake up for some of the other specific teams I'm keeping an eye on. But that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. Comment down below. What do you guys think of the LA Kings signings or even some other signings around the league? Let me know. I want to know from you Kings fans how you guys feel. Do you guys hate that I hate Gavrikov? Do you guys like that he's gone? Do you guys like who they signed? Obviously, I know no Kings fan probably likes Corey Perry being signed except for me. I get that. But, that's just the stuff we have to talk about, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy Perry being a King, to be honest. I will. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I am probably going to put out a couple more Kings videos here and there, but for the most part, it's still going to be a quiet summer, but we will see. Once hockey starts to get going again, then of course, obviously, I'll put out more videos. But that's it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.